Welcome back, sleepers, to the latest developments on Arrakis, because that's right, Funcom has officially deployed patch 1.2.20.0, an update that promises to introduce significant quality of life improvements and addresses numerous long-standing issues. This patch went live today, November 18th, and includes several features that the community as a whole has been eagerly awaiting. And for you to figure out whether or not this is going to make your day a better day on Arrakis, let's jump in. We begin with the major updates. First of all, a crucial change to movement because Funcom has implemented the ability for carrier ornithopters to travel between maps while transporting a harnessed vehicle. This update significantly is streamlining player migration and resource movement across the world. However, Funcom notes that while players cannot yet access the inventory of the harnessed vehicle at the exchange or bank, this functionality is planned for an upcoming patch. So get ready to be able to move stuff into the safety zone whenever you have a chance. Next, players now have new tunes on their journey. A new radio station, Wars Symphonics, has been added to the Communinet, broadcasting music from Dune Spice Wars soundtrack. And finally, Funcom has declared the rules of engagement in the deep desert. All testing stations are now correctly designated as either PvP or PvE based on their location in the northern or southern part of the deep desert, respectively, ensuring predictable combat zones. So no more of those mix-ups where you run into that PvE testing center only to find a dart being shot into the back of your head. And next, sleepers, let's talk about the one feature that's currently playing hard to get, the base reconstruction tool, because Funcom has regrettably confirmed that yes, it's still parked outside the patch notes. We know, we can hear the collective groans of everyone staring at that one perfect base location that is now slightly misplaced. Funcom understands the pain, but the developers have decided to delay the tool until the next patch. Think of this not as a cancellation, but as Funcom sending the tool a high-security, ultra-elite engineering school. They received a massive haul of feedback from the public test client, and rather than giving us something that might crash your entire fortress, they're taking the extra time to ensure this tool is absolutely flawless and robust. So while we have to keep our land claims perfectly aligned for a little while longer, know that Funcom is working to ensure that when the reconstruction key finally drops, it'll be a beautiful base-moving symphony. Stay patient and be sure to check those developer updates for the exact moment the architects return. But wait, there's more, because beyond the big headlines, Funcom has delivered a spectacular array of technical fixes and quality of life improvements that are truly going to elevate our game. This isn't just a maintenance, it's a massive upgrade to our daily desert life. First up, the action, because combat just got a little more intense because Funcom has boosted enemy health in the down but not out state from 10% to a full 30%. Get ready for those high-stakes recovery moments and make sure your daggers aim properly into the necks of your enemies so they can't get up and bring you bad nightmares. And there's a huge cheer for solo pilots because griefing from harassing ornithopters is now a complete thing of the past. Collision handling has been seriously improved, meaning nobody can slow your takeoff by bumping you from above. The skies are officially safer. I have tried this out in the public test client, and man, you fly off of your enemy by like 40 meters when you try to bump them. So yeah, they've actually done even more to make it easier for you to get away from those harassing PvPers out there. Plus, vehicle recovery is now perfectly clear. If you can't afford the Solaris for backup, the Solidio projection turns an immediate helpful red. No more surprises out there. Make sure you got your money. Next, the world itself is getting smarter. Funcom has adjusted the sandworm's breach pattern so it surfaces further away, drastically reducing those accidental heartbreaking moments where Arrakis itself ate your ride. That's a huge relief because people have been complaining about the worms still making the problems. And for those tackling the deep desert, the stakes are clearer. Checkpoints like shipwrecks are no longer available as safe respawn points there. This focuses the deep desert into the high-risk, high-reward zone it was meant to be. Just pure, exciting danger. And finally, let's talk about the gorgeous polish on the user interface. Now, the moment you log in, you'll see the new newsfeed section on the main menu, all of your essential information instantly, keeping you up to date on the newsfeed. Plus, hunting for schematics or skills is lightning fast because the research menu's search functionality has received a serious performance boost. Also, there are some small details that have some huge impacts on us. For example, the fuel cells now have a perfectly consistent yellow bar to match all of your other gauges. Plus, you'll get a helpful HUD alert if you try to heal when you're already at max health, so no more wasted consumables. They even tackled the controller experience, making player-to-player trading smoother by revising inputs to prevent annoying clashes. Every corner of the game has been touched by this incredible focus on player experience. And finally, the backbone of the update, Funcom's unwavering commitment to stability and polish. This means smoother logins, steadier frames, and a world that just simply works better. The team has completely overhauled the game's foundation, crushing several major roadblocks, so say goodbye to frustration because Funcom has resolved critical connection issues. No more being stuck in the queue or getting hit with that dreaded server not ready error. You are going to be getting onto Arrakis faster and more reliable than ever. Performance is also seeing a massive boost. If you have been spending time around Sentinel City, prepare for smoother gameplay thanks to the asset reduction and optimized global illumination. Your frame rates will thank you. They did not stop there, however. Even every little detail was polished when it came down to what they wanted to fix here. Funcom has fixed those pesky issues with the land claim boundaries, glass transparency on base shields, and blueprint placement. They've also stepped out vehicle exploits related to part durability and inventory clearing after a Coriolis storm, and the team finally has corrected countless issues with NPC interactions, story progression flow, and banished annoying graphical glitches like character clipping and animation errors. This is definitely a phenomenal patch for stability and technical precision, and Funcom has truly tightened the bolts across the entire experience. In summary, the patch 1.2.0 is a substantial update largely centered on quality of life enhancements and foundational stability. The most notable change here is the new freedom in vehicle transport, allowing players greater flexibility on Arrakis to be moving resources in greater bulk. And for a full breakdown of every single fix, the official patch notes are available now. This concludes the report on Funcom's latest patch. We will continue to track developments on the base Reconstruction tool and future content and report that into you guys as soon as we hear anything new. Thank you guys for coming and have a great day.